Welcome to the 2025 Leadership Summit. Please welcome to the stage President and CEO of Portland General Electric and the Chair of the Oregon Business Council, Maria Pope.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 23rd Annual Oregon Leadership Summit. What a beautiful way to begin our day. And to thank you to the Oregon Symphony and to John Greeny and Sergio Carreno for that extraordinary performance. That piece was originally composed by Portland's own Andy Akito, bringing together two discordant musical themes into harmony. On paper, it shouldn't work. But in the hands of talented people willing to listen and to stay in the tension, beautiful music emerges. That feels like Oregon. We come from different places, industries, and perspectives. And when we work through that tension together, we create something that none of us could achieve alone. And I'm Maria Pope, President and CEO of Portland General Electric, and am honored to be the chair of the Oregon Business Council. And it's a privilege to welcome you here this morning. Today, Oregon stands at a crossroads. Our era of easy, automatic growth has ended. Systems built for the needs of yesterday are misaligned with today's challenges. However, our state's story has always been defined by possibilities, by taking limits and turning them into innovation. This summit calls us back to that tradition, to look squarely at what's not working, but also to recognize what is working and to build a path forward to a stronger future for Oregon and generations to come. You'll notice that our day today is organized into 3 acts. Each one builds upon the one before it. Act 1, the challenge. The challenge asks us to look squarely at the pressures shaping Oregon's economy and our long-term growth potential. It may feel unsettling at moments, but it will give us the shared understanding to know what we need to do to lead with clarity. From there, we'll move on to Act 2, the innovation opportunity, where we'll shift from problems to possibilities. This is where we highlight the industries, institutions, and people, everyone in this room, who are creating new pathways for growth and reminding us of why Oregon's future is still full of promise. We'll then end with Act 3, looking ahead, where Governor Kotek and other leaders will help us turn promise into action. This final act is about alignment, about collaboration, and about the steps that we can all take together to move Oregon forward. However, before we go to too much further, I would like to invite a special guest, someone who has elevated the summit experience for all of us. Please welcome CEO and Chief Disability and Inclusion Officer at Relay Resources, Jennifer Kamoda-Lubke. Jennifer?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Jennifer Kamoda-Lubke, CEO and Chief Disability Inclusion Officer at Relay Resources. I use she, her pronouns. I have long black hair, brown skin, and I'm wearing a royal blue blouse. It's great to be back for the second year in a row as the official accessibility partner of the Oregon Business Plan Leadership Summit. Based right here in Portland, Oregon, Relay Resources is the leading disability social enterprise nonprofit in the Pacific Northwest. Our mission is to transform workplaces and communities by championing disability inclusion. Did you know that 28% of adults in the United States have a disability? Our vision at Relay Resources is that all disabled people belong everywhere, and that includes major events just like this one. The Relay team is here today managing 2 accessibility stations. We are ready to help anyone who may need support. You will find the Accessibility Help Desk next to the registration tables. We have American Sign Language interpreters, live captioning, assisted listening devices, wheelchair reserved seating throughout the venue, and a relief station for service animals, so you don't have to exit the event and go out into the cold and rainy Portland weather. We also distribute sunflower lanyards to anyone who would like to self-identify as having a non-apparent disability so that we can provide support if needed. At our second station, we have sensory tents where you can check out a sensory bag and take a break in a calm space if you are experiencing sensory overload or need a moment to recharge. You will find the Relay team wearing burgundy shirts at both of the Relay stations. We will be happy to help you and answer any questions. By providing accessibility services at this year's and last year's summit, we are actively demonstrating to disabled people, you belong here. Actively including disabled people at events like this one builds stronger communities and businesses. As you enjoy today's amazing agenda and sessions, we invite you to think about Relay Resources as your accessibility partner when you think about disability inclusion in the workplace or accessibility at any event that you are hosting, because all disabled people belong everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ludke. Amazing resources, and I hope that everyone is able to spend time with you and your team during the break as well as during lunch. This summit, the Leadership Summit, was first convened in 2002, 23 years ago, by our senior Senator Ron Wyden and his then Senate colleague Gordon Smith. The premise then, as well as now, was simple but powerful. When Oregon's businesses, our elected leaders, our community leaders come together, we can shape a more prosperous future. In 2002, Oregon was in deep recession. Our newly elected governor, Ted Kulongoski, embraced the Oregon Business Plan and acted on key recommendations that helped drive a strong recovery. From permitting reforms to shovel-ready industrial land to PERS modernization and the creation of an innovation council. Over the years, this summit has continued to spark meaningful discussions and action. Recent examples include Future Ready Oregon, our major reimagining of workforce development, historic investments to strengthen the semiconductor industry, and the Portland Central City Task Force, a collaborative effort to restore vitality to the state's largest city. Looking back over the past 2 decades, one pattern stands out. Oregonians unite most strongly when the stakes are the highest. When times are good, we tend to grow complacent and even fracture. Today, the stakes could not be higher. Our economic performance is soft, and more importantly, demographic shifts and rising national and global competition pose very real risks of long-term decline if we fail to act. Oregon is at a crossroads. We have decisions to make, and we must define the future that we want, to move boldly towards it, working together.